Hello to all my friends in Africa. This is Sustainable Planet Show with Eder Zanetti. Today we will keep following on our week subject regarding the carbon credits and carbon certification. Yesterday we were talking about the global agreements and the national local legislation and its influence on generating a carbon credit that can be suitable for the ESG programs that companies are developing and therefore looking into the markets for those carbon credits. So when companies go to the markets to look for the carbon credits, they usually take two approaches. The first one is to look for compliance against regulations they have in country, so against the legislation, the national and local legislation. And the second one is so the regulatory market. And the second one is to look into the voluntary market for the best practices that can be supported in order to have a robust ESG program. So the market, which is the second pillar of our carbon credit certification, has these two main branches. We have the regulatory market and we have the voluntary market. Both of them would be looking into compliance with the global agreements and of course fulfilling the local legislation. The main difference would be that at the regulatory market there might be some barriers, for example, for land use intensification. Usually those markets won't allow credits for land use intensification from other countries due to the fact that this will generate a larger investment on subsidies within their countries in order to assure the settlement of their rural populations. And in the voluntary markets, we can have a flow of carbon credits that can be cheap, but also attached to best land management practices that therefore more interesting for in developing countries. We'll be talking further about this on the next program. Let God's peace and the love that builds be our weapons on the daily struggle for justice. Eder Zanetti for all my friends in Africa.